Hello, YouTube, and welcome back to LCS VoD Reviews. It is my final VoD of the season. It is finals. Congrats to FlyQuest on the 3-1 over TL. And I'd say very interesting fashion. It was a memorable conclusion to this final. It was really fun to be in the audience for this and see what I thought was a pretty good best of 5. So, that being said, thanks so much for tuning in to this VoD review and the rest of them. I got plans for the stream and the YouTube for America's content coming up. I'll be committing to VoD reviewing those games that are being played, as I will be casting the event. So if you guys want to see more content around VoD reviews, feel free to drop a like, comment, or sub if you enjoy everything here. And follow me everywhere at CubbyXX if you want to see more. So that said, let's dig on into our final in the YouTube arena. It was really fun to be here in person. The crowd was awesome this weekend. And if anyone, if you're watching this and we crossed paths, whether it was Hotline League Live or just saying hey in the arena, shout out to you. I had a really fun weekend. So and a lot of that was just crossing paths with so many of you. That said, let's dive into the draft for game 1. Okay. I thought, so TL, they won 3-2 against FlyQuest. And I really thought that we'd end up with TL coming in with a little bit of a different meta read. That ended up not happening. So we still have TL on Corki Malachi and Cassante, a very similar opener to what we saw. This time around, they are denied, or I guess Smolder was denied, but Smolder Zeri taken away with Renekton. Meanwhile, Rumble, Ziggs, and Nasus being taken away on red side. Makes some sense. But we end up with Corki first pick into Malachi and Cassante. This does give over the Lilia and the Ashe. So Lilia, Inspired, can ramp in the jungle. Ashe as well. Been a really good pick for Masu. Can hold the front line. Creates some space for Lilia. And then we have Olaf, which is going to be fine in this duo. So, yeah. And I think the what TL ended up picking, like, this can kite out Olaf. But it isn't necessarily, like, super great in Olaf. Yeah, I was a bit surprised we ended up with this in Olaf. I think overall we're a wee bit low damage. Like we had, yeah, we're a little bit low damage here. So important to TL. I think they have to swap this game and have to really push things forward. Yeah, I'm with you as well, Empire. I didn't really like this pick from them. It is mobile. It can support this, but yeah, I thought that Ezreal was not the way. But also, like, you can't play Kai'Sa into this. I will say, though, if you really want to swap, I do think that there is something to be said about taking a Kai'Sa. Also, or like Kai'Sa Rel, I do think is an option. But not the case. Leon on 4, saw how big that was for boosting the last series. Again, this, just a lot of space for bot lane, and then Yone. Quad is not really known for a melee or a Yone player, but I thought he played it pretty well in this game. Definitely have the opportunity to 1-3-1 here as FlyQuest and to ramp with the Lilia and the Olaf and the Yone. Going to do a lot of scaling. Still a lot of scaling here for TL, but I think mid-game spike's a little bit more important for them because eventually I do think that Olaf, Lilia will overtake the game. This front line, just dealing with this is too much, and I don't think Ezreal has the gas to get through it later on. So I actually preferred FlyQuest draft a little bit in this. I think changes I would have made is I don't think you ban Braum here at all. Like Braum for me, like with this pairing would be terrible. Yeah, like you need to engage for me some way, shape, or form. I know that this kind of, but cleanse / shreds value really big. This still here. Yeah. Honestly, I probably would have banned Rel. I'm kind of like, this is an option for FlyQuest, but Leona was so big for them the other day. Don't blame them for it. Still big Rel fans here. There's one point I'm spotted in the audience for this too, but I think it's a full screen replay. We'll cover that when that happens anyway. Crowd was awesome. I had a lot of fun at this event. It was really fun. So. Hold me down. Alright, so some scouting down on the top side. And that ward being drop weight. Again, this is spotted. But so we do get standard lanes. I think standard lanes are okay this game for FlyQuest. And it's both junglers going top to bot. Potential for Umti to look for play, or MT to look for plays here. But I thought that, like, if you take a losing bot lane or like a scaling bot lane or a high DPS bot lane and swap, I think that was honestly the setup that I would have liked to see from TL. Good trade here for FlyQuest. Yeah, really well done. Good find from Busio. Risky-ish E, but the fact it connected, really nice. If EQ ignites Core there, Core would have died. So good flash from Core. Inspired spotted, and Maokai is going to get access to the secondary crab. But no potential to invade the Raptors. It's a losing mid lane matchup, so I do like how Inspired didn't start Raps, because again, I think Umti and APIC would have been able to pressure the Raps. Yeah. I think that was the idea here for FlyQuest, so good job. And right now, I mean, things are pretty chill. The Cole breakpoint for Olaf, really good. Cole, really valuable here. Olaf gets some benefit from it, like just with the auto attacks. And Inspired, I really like this from Inspired, actually. Wow. He takes this camp, and he keeps the passive going. Yeah, he gets a passive proc off that, and he is able to stack it here on time. Wow. Really nice. And yeah, just Yoink's freebie. They're on the timer. Well done. Really, really well done. I exactly see how this happened. Also, the one positive about pushing Inspired out of that side of the jungle was the fact that you get access to grubs here if you are TL. And also, shout out to Impact. I do think this lane very early on is okay for Cassante. But also the fact that he's, up a little bit is big. That said, oh. 2 grubs secured top side. Alt used from Whippo and Ghost, which gets the flash off Cassante. And Impact has to TP back. Inspired at least gets 1. Okay. Yeah, nothing for Umti's happened in the first couple of clears. Also, Umti continues to go for just the raw tank Maokai build. I didn't agree with that build in this game in particular. I really felt like it should have been the Andres. This is the one game where I felt pretty strongly it should have been the Andres. Okay, bot lane is in good shape though for TL. They've pulled it and forced FlyQuest back. And there's no ult on Blippo, so this is pretty free. Really well played by Impact and Umti. Inspired is up here a little bit late. He was doing his camps, clearing away from top, so he's going to pick up some of this. And Blippo will have to TP back later and be down. And then Busio goes down. Be great, but like you said, OG Nightmare 5, thanks for the follow. TL bluffed the bait. So what ended up happening here is we have a little bit of bluffing going on. I guess I had a ward. Yeah, TL bluffed the base. And FlyQuest got greedy. Yeah. TL bluffed the base, FlyQuest got greedy. Oops. But does get a plate on the back half of that, which is not bad. Nice. Could have been a we. I think that Moss and Busu have the right idea. I'm pretty confident though. Like I would start with Leona to follow that. You could see the angle that Rakan's going, and Core needs the W flash. That's not me being nitpicky. Like as Leona, like again, you have that info. You know that Rakan's gonna be still at the end, so you need the flash to get out of that. Good find though by FlyQuest because that bot lane's frozen and MT's clearing towards top. All right, Busia moving towards Grubs. Core walking towards Grubs, but also holding. They might be looking for a Masu. Good response, but they get both sums on a Masu, so well done. But there is a bonus man up here. So unless they find the rinse and repeat on Masu, it's fine. Yeah, Masu does a really nice job of holding on here, actually. And yeah, I mean, the big tools were burned. So they can look for rinse and repeat, but Grubs traded out for bot play. That's fine. And again, like, during all this, I mean, Olaf's still getting farm. If Olaf's getting farm, it's good for FlyQuest. And Yone is very good this game. In like Yone's job is to get rid of the Ezreal Corki, which I mean Yone like this Yone champ's kind of made to do this shit, you know? I know that Quad's not necessarily known for our melee or Yone play, but I do think this was the right game to play Yone. I mean, Umti got nothing for that. I was really surprised about this, by the way. Core's not in the area. I think the reason we're going for this is we see Inspired to go to topside. But Core's late. And again, I want to pressure this, but just burning all this for Busio doesn't make any sense to me. Because, again, we're Leona, and he has W, and it's chill. Yeah. So, again, the rinse and repeat. Masu does get caught. And, again, no sums for Masu. Kind of a bummer he gets caught by that Stranglethorn. Well done by Umti, like, to juggle the aggro. But, again, the fact this doesn't connect is really bad. The fact that this didn't connect is really bad for TL. They needed that to connect. Because they were giving up Grubs to connect on that timer and then find something from there, and they don't get anything. Like, Inspired cleans up mid, Quad comes down to clean up bot, and then guess what? FlyQuest got their bot lane mid first. It's matched by Yon, but yeah. Good arrow by Masu. It was a very good arrow by Masu. Good catch, Mippo. Quad had a statement series, to be honest. I mean, Quad had an awesome playoff. Quad was high-key the best mid in playoffs. That was coming into this series or like into this weekend, and then definitely after this weekend too. The Azir funnel games were awesome from FlyQuest against C9. Like Quad gap JoJo in that series. Okay, Umti being here was interesting. Butbo TP's from Fog for this, by the way. So Butbo's coming. And this is a hell of an angle. We're going to have Quid, Quad, and Yappa at Worlds, yeah. Dude is just so solid. Never the reason his team loses. Yeah. I mean, I'm really happy. Obviously, I covered him in Challengers League last split, and if you guys were tuning into the Toad Co streams, you would have seen him as well. But I felt pretty strongly that he'd be an upgrade for FlyQuest. It's part of the reason why I had FlyQuest actually over TL in my tier list for this split. That, like, Masu and Busio just continuing to get better. And TL, don't get me wrong, they were the better team for, like, the entire year. But at least with this win and, like, how FlyQuest played in these weeks, they did show that they can be on the same tier and same level as them, which is really what I thought. I really believe in that going into the split. And I thought a big part of that was just Quad was just going to be stronger. Especially in the meta we had for this year, and, like, with Quad's play, it's just very solid. Okay. So Umti is going to get 5-man. And it's before Dragon. So this Dragon just goes over to FlyQuest. And Inspired has 2 levels on him. Ouch. I mean, I will say Inspired did catch 2 waves, 2 solo waves in top and mid after plays were made by Umti. But the fact that Inspired's walking in 3 levels up and leaving 2 levels up with a kill is still quite bad. So Umti just does best, buys as much time as he can. And the waves get fixed. We're going to give Olaf bot wave, and we're going to drop top wave. So again, focusing, getting resources for Olaf. And the brick does go down to TL on the top side, but it's still traded out for Dragon. So honestly, it's not all bad for TL, but I think the 2 Dragons being picked up for FlyQuest is quite good. And the Mountain Dragon's a really good role for them this game. I mean, longer fight's good. If they pick up a couple mountains, it's very good. Alright, so Buppa gets a TP. And Buppa's probably dead. Yeah, but hey, a lot burn. Oh, wait, no, waves are really good for TL. Okay, this wasn't worth it. This wasn't worth it. Well played. That's just not worth it. Alright, good play, TL. Their waves are in really good shape. Yeah, they get TP and catch top. Now I can play for Herald. Yeah, quad TP's away from this, so Herald should go to TL. Inspired's going to tickle it, but yeah. So Inspired, so fed. So fed right now. I do think Umti kind of misplayed the second bot dive. The one where, like, we flashed on the Busio. And again, Inspired. Part of this is he picked up 2 solo lanes. Like crashing waves because Quad went bot and then Whippo was dead top off the play they made. So part of it's not like it's like, oh my god, he's gapping Umti like this, but like just off jungle camps. Wow, Quad just ulted the wave. He's still dead. Good attempt. I mean, they do get a cleanse out of Yawn, which is nice. Oh, Moss catching that's a little expensive. If Moss doesn't catch that, I think they can make a play. And then APA gets 2 Herald crashes in bot side, which again is very good for TL. Yeah, really good for TL. So good map play from TL. Kind of got them back into it a little bit, but still scaling very much in FlyQuest's favor. I like how their frontline scale is much, much better. And the comp is a little bit low damage for TL. Which, if Mountain Dragons go over to FlyQuest, can really be a problem. Because if we're able to get more of the way Qs, more Olaf autos, it's big. I think like if it's a 4 Mountain Dragon, 4 TL, that does suck for FlyQuest. But I don't think FlyQuest cares nearly as much. We were kind of made the tank bust here on FlyQuest. We're also made to play 3 lanes quite well as this game moves forward. So we have a lot of armor on Impact, which is great. Thornmail and Iceborne, really useful this game. You can see Impact, he's leaving the top wave neutral, and top wave's not being touched right now. We're setting up for this dragon, so Mountain Dragon is spawning. And Buppa's going to make sure to get this bot wave in at least. So yeah, now FlyQuest can retake. And Yawn gets chunkied. And we're split. This is very split from TL. This was actually poor from TL. Wow. Yeah, I mean, Yawn shouldn't be here. It should be Impact, and Yawn switched. But, again, like, FlyQuest, they at least have their pocket. They get the Hawk Shot, the Scout, and they make a good call after this. That's a lot burns to just have Quad and Yawn chunked, but Quad has access to the wave. That arrow is killing. And then the combo from Quad is also killing. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I think Yawn and Impact need to switch. They do need someone to mark Olaf. The issue is, like, you can get flushed out by Olaf here. Right? But... And Blippo just snuck in all the way around. It's a good arrow from Masu. And a really sick combo from Quad. Again, has Q stacked up on the wave because he was hitting wave first. Core's down all of his shit. Yeah, really, really well played by Quad. Wow. Really, really well played by Fly. That was clean. Blimpo Redemption arc, let's go. Alright, so we're sacking the Drake. Again, I think this is really, really big, the fact this fight went this way and this Drake went this way to FlyQuest, because, like, it's just a lower damage team for TL. Corky doesn't want to build Pen. Ezreal doesn't want to build Pen until later. So it's really big. Okay, so Quad got top in. Whippo's getting bot in. They actually overload bot, interestingly enough. They just want to play for the last outer, I think, before... I mean, Baron's up. Or no, Baron's down. They got Baron. Ha! Sorry, they got Baron. That kind of happened during the replay, and then we're out of the replay. Okay, I would have liked to lower third that said they got Baron. I was actually a little bit blind. I'm fucking blind. Okay, so this is a Baron play. I actually... Okay, we'll say my pet peeve with FlyQuest, I don't like their Barons that much. I don't think FlyQuest plays out Baron well. Yeah, their waves suck ass right now. Their waves actually suck ass right now, and Masu and Quad are not basing at the same time. And that top wave, they just got in. They just handed the free wave to APA, so it's for nothing. What do you like to see him do? Quad shouldn't do Raptors. Quad's on Raptors right now. I can kind of understand this, because like he'll be closer to a fight that breaks out. No Raptors for Quad. He needs to be on the top wave, like, earlier. Because what I want to do then is Quad's on this top wave, and then we send Masu and everyone down here to knock down the last outer, and then after that, Quad just comes down mid. After this wave. Because then you have, I mean, top would be slow pushing, which isn't, like, at least you have Quad in range mid to, you know, function. But I think that you actually need to play off this bot wave. The fact that we have split recalls now that come in after this, and we try and play out, like, 3 waves. is tough. Like, yeah. We're split recall now. And we don't really have control of bot. But like, the play is bot. We drop towards top, and we just give them that free wave top that they can catch, like, easily. It's really, really easy to get to. And so it takes us, like, too long to get in a winning formation. The fact that APA got top in deep both times, like, our Baron buff is literally just taking that dragon, which is fine. Like, again, that dragon I think is really useful this game, but we didn't pick up any gold besides that. We were up 1,700 and Baron's 1,500. So we didn't crack any of the inners. We just kind of played out 3 waves in a little bit of sloppy fashion. I mean, props to APA and CL. I do like. I think they defended that well. Getting the waves when they aren't Baron empowered is key. That's key. I like this though. They got mid in, and Blippo's got that wave in. Now he's gonna come catch mid. So the shift's really good. We get APA's flash, and we just get the pressure. That's good. Yeah, then you just shift back. It's chill. Catch everything. Yeah, nice. That was good. This was a good sequence from FlyQuest. This is good. Nice. Like, Impact's out level by Inspired. I don't know what Impact gets here. And again, the ability to play out 3 waves. APA doesn't feel super safe showing that wave with no flash. Got some members fog for fly. Now we all show mid. APA dropped it. So, wave drop. And they don't have to play for this Drake. Obviously, it's Soul. So, like, TL kind of has to play for it. And they're just abusing it. The fact that, like, quad. Yeah, like, no one touched bot wave either. So, TL's playing really narrow. And quad's able to TP bot. And the front line of Blippo and Inspired at this point is really big. Like, Inspired's item break point is so massive. Good arrow from Masu, by the way. Or good solar flare from Busio. Arrows, whatever. But yeah, quads here. Good from Core, actually. Core stuffed it. But it's just over. I mean, this comp just doesn't do damage. Impact Yoink Stilia for what? Nothing? And then yawned through all of his damage into Sterex Olaf. Oh my god. The Olaf, man. GG. Mountain was picked up. That's Soul. Again, really, really low damage comp for TL. It's a terrible Soul roll for him. That misses. They don't care about bot wave. They just want to play 2 lanes narrow. I mean, Blippo, I will say Blippo being down alt now is kind of eh. Like, it kind of stymies the FlyQuest push. I don't know how much more they can get. They kind of need TL to make a mistake. It is hard to get into TL at this point. But, see, these quads. Nice arrow. Good play from Core. Still doomed. Yeah, because Inspire hits the Thicky. He burned the flash. It's Thicky time. Yep. Yep. All right, GG. Good game 1 from FlyQuest. Let me get the draft here real quick. Yeah, game 2. Yes, this draft was not good. Okay. Not the game for Urgot. Not into this. It's not the game for Urgot. It is a rather tanky team and a tanky front line, right? But we were really like Brand for me, really good pick this game. Most of this stuff, not really. We do have a side swap here, so I don't want to see the change of bands where we go from. Oh no, it's not a side swap. Ash band instead of Zeri. And it's Lilia ban instead of Nasus. So they're going to try and play into Nasus. Bold. Really valuing Amumu, by the way. Nasus, Calista Senna, really tanky core. A lot of early game here. No Leona. So it does push Busio down to Rel. I will say Rel and Nasus. So, like... Supports and Nasus are hard. Rel, you pick Rel for the shield break and like try and play into this. This is a hard game though. And I don't like Rel Jin's like Jin. I like Jin Brand. I like Jin Corky. Rel for me is kind of here. I think Engage is fine. I just don't know what kind of pick you have in the Cassante. Also, like personally, we put a lot of value on Amumu as FlyQuest, which, I mean, that did end up helping them win a championship, right? But, yeah, I think... Easy to overwhelm here, if we're TL. Pop, like, we kind of have a run at them comp against Bran. So it's just about, like, can we protect Bran? I mean, Olaf in the Jax is not the lane matchup you're looking for. Olaf still had value this game, though. I don't know what Bubba plays here, actually. In the Jax. Yeah, I think it was a good pick by TL, actually. I don't know what kind of picks Buppo has that are good here. Unless you're going to like Kennen. Buppo's not exactly the Kennen player. Anyway. Alright. Yeah, I mean, Urgot, like, for me, in the Jax, a little bold. It was a little bold. Whoop. Well played. And there's still a sustain advantage for TL, but...
Holy shit, he's hot!
Ian 7J2. Heyo, thanks for the sub. 5th month and a 3-month streak. Shout out to you. All right, guys. Interesting path here. Skipped over Gromp. Gonna 3 camp, and then we're gonna go bot. And burn some time. But was able to get around a ward and goes to hit quad. And quad was not expecting this one. I will say, it's a pretty fucking weird timer. I think quad... So, quad, it's a minion to level up. I don't know if he needed the mana to actually cast W, but he's dead as fuck. Yeah. He gets bonked. Meanwhile, Masu pushed out. It's Caddy Wave. It is what it is. Maybe a timer for Drake. Nope, not yet. Not spawned yet. So bot bases, we have shove in kind of both sides, but so TL is going to proactively swap and head top. Really nice by Buppo to not Ian there. He did not get baited. So we'll be Jax TPing bot. And Buppo trying to survive this, but he's got help. And MC just gets stun locked and branded. So yeah, that hurts. Again, MC's already behind, so the fact that he dies here. Again, Buppo eased in. I do think they get shit out of him and get the dive off successfully, but he E'd backwards. So Grubs went down. They missed the point of the yawn, though. I can understand looking for yawn there. They did find the stun. Or the ward. I think Inspired has to, like, flash follow, but then he loses his flash, and it's probably just a cleanse flash from yawn. So I can see why they didn't flip that. Oop, missed the caddy. Don't talk about it. The fact that it's 3 grubs, though, for TL is quite good. Again, like, the swap was proactive, right? And Inspired went around. He's got 5. Hey, Cubby, I have to confess. What's up, Juicefer? Made eye contact with you north of 20 times and never said hi. God bless. You should have said hi. But, hey, I hope you had fun at the event if you were there. Yeah, I had a great time. I had a great time. That's pretty funny. My first LCS was so fun. All right, we'd love to hear that. We'd love to hear that. Glad you had a good time. Yes, this was the solo kill. So, I mean, I understand this E. I think like Impact does a nice job of sidestepping it. The big thing for me is the Q. Like, this Q is just placed in Narnia, man. Like, once that misses, then you get ran down. So, that hurts, because Inspired's on this side of the map. And they're looking to maybe trade out Drake for Grubs, because they lost the Grubs. So, now, with all that, keep them on their bot lane. Started walking top. End up walking down, because Boop was like, I'll TP top. And then you let them choose the lanes again. And a lot of waves go to down to the wayside. So that's a good start for TL. Cubby, are you watching the international at all? Not really. I gotta get through a lot of tape. But I hope that it's a good tournament. I've watched it in the past. It kind of brings back the puzzle of figuring out a MOBA again, which I do really love and appreciate. Spire was on a ward. Nice tracking. First two objectives go over to TL. Alright, APA got caught. And then Blippo gets caught. Nice trap from Umti and Impact. Yeah, quad playing that wave all the way in is probably a little bit much. I mean, yeah, he just TP'd, so losing that health does matter. If you guys want to see how APA dies, I do appreciate these pip replays. Like, for me, I don't find this that interesting. Like, there's more interesting stuff going on the map right now. Yeah, you can see he was on the wrong side. He's checking the wrong side of the map. Good trap. Good trap from FlyQuest and a good trap from TL. Blippo should take a long lane up, but yeah, Blippo's pretty far behind. And I do like Jax into Urgot. The Jaxie is pretty strong. And if you get ahead as Jax, you're Jax. You can force the issue. I don't know. The Urgot into the Nasus and Jax just doesn't work for me. Impact doesn't stick around. Inspire doesn't really have camps to do. He's just got his wraps. So they get his flash out. So now Inspired has camps up again. Mr. Potato Man, 26. What's up? Nasus is so strong this patch. So fun. I hate this champ. This champ? I mean, I'd love to play this champ, but I hate where this champ's at. It's stupidly OP. APA did a really nice job of getting stacks this game. So he deserves some credit there. I mean, it's always been like this, by the way.
Shit,
people just don't read his E. Greg with the 51 months. Holy shit. Thank you, buddy. Good to see you. We got raided by Toad Amarillo earlier. So, got a diverse community today. I mean, his E and Wither are just so stupid. I remember I got to sit in scrims for 100 Thieves Academy when Busio was playing support before their final against TL in 22 spring. And Busio was playing Nasus in this area, which he actually busted out on that weekend. And like, I remember seeing Golden Glue like read the E and just be like, what? It gives you that? Yeah, I mean, people just had to figure out like you could death push the first few waves and it's fine. Alright, this is a good pick. APA is for sure playing one wave too many. This based off the bot lane reset, which I will say Busio, he's been hidden for, or I guess he was spotted walking bot. But yeah, just one wave too many. Still, Impact gets the turret, so it's chill. I guess 6 grubs for TL were really big. And then Blippo gets TP'd on. This TP to answer was a lot. Yeah. This was an oops. All the LCS ceremony stars, and it felt like the one scene in Deadpool where they kept all the X-Men behind the door. That's kind of funny. I mean, Nasus spikes the first time. Like, if you're going for stack Nasus, you spike the first time that you decide to fight. Oh boy, this is where we games. Dude, this happened, and I was like, Mark Z tweeted out like this was his favorite part of the finals, and I 100% agree, man. Everyone just decided the fucking game on this play. I have the utmost respect for every decision, good or bad, made for this sequence. A lot of it involved gaming. Nice E-flash. I wonder if Core can, like, jump out. Oh, I guess he did jump out. It just got yawn. Good block from Umti. I mean, Inspire is doing a lot of damage. They do get Blippo. Then Juke. They got to get out because the dog's coming up. That was a false sense of security for sure. But I mean, the sidesteps were crazy. Yeah, I think this is the oops from Masu, honestly. I am wondering if he flashes on flash auto cues yawn because he had a slow. I wonder if he's in range for that. I think that's doable. Yeah. Dude, everyone balled. It was sick. If we ball, we're a fan. Everyone decided the ball. That was like, I was like watching NBA Street Jam. Wait. It's insane to think that 2 of the 5 of the SKT team from Season 3 are still playing 11 years later. Yes.
Timing could be great, but like you said, Cummy.
Nice peel onto APA. Rough a dit 15. We'll go with that. Buppo did miss his R onto Umti, but I thought Umti was okay. I actually think Buppo should have played this fight a little bit differently. Also, like that, Inspired's dead. Like once this TP connects, yeah, it's still impact just being huge. Does fall. Nice auto buffer on the R from Quad because he got the empowered auto on Jax. And yeah, we still continue to ball. I think Quad split focus here a little bit. Like Umti's fine. But he doesn't just commit to core. Like I think at that point you just have to commit to core. And then Masu goes in too. So yeah, a little bit of an oops. I think TL's gonna level up pretty hard. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, Umti had a nice bait in there. Dude, this fan cam was this guy. I actually met this guy. He was really cool. I know his name. I don't want to dox him, but I remember it. Dude, that was electric. He just freaked the fuck out. Yeah, I mean, again, like this draft, I just don't think Urgot was the pick for this draft. Unironically, would have had Olaf. And Olaf's butt here. I just think like you're forced to take a frontliner. And it's tough. Like, I don't know, maybe Scion this game. I don't know what the pick is. I really don't actually. I really don't know what the pick is. All right, Bubba spot does FTP. Yeah, like they force Blippo to walk. It's not bad. I don't know. I don't really know why TL go for this pull though. I'll be real. Like for me, Dragon's just free. Dragon's so free here. Yeah. So I didn't know why they went for this pull. I don't know if they're worried about scaling this game. I think that they might run out of gas, but I really don't think so. Like, the map state the TL has right now, I did appreciate sending APA to do this. Yeah, 480 stacks for APA 2 is just really good. Oh. And then he finds Urgot. Good night. Get bonked. I actually really appreciate what TL did here. Like, just keeping Baron here. I know Core gets caught, but they're able to yoink him. And, yeah, just like, I mean, Susan's just winning. Lucio kind of has to go because the root was going to hit, but then they turn, and Masu gets really chunked. It's a really, really good angle from Impact. So this is an overcommit from FlyQuest for sure. They're accepting it, but they just have to break the series of events. So TL handcuffed him really well in this scenario. I thought TL played this very, very, very well. It's a really good handcuff from TL. There were no good options for FlyQuest here. Oh my god, he gets bonk central too. Dude, NASA and Jax is actually the bonk combo though, no? Alright. They didn't have minions, so, you know, it's fine. Dude, TL and minions abandoning them, though. Name a more iconic duo from the series. Yeah, I really like this draft, though, for TL. I think the Jax Sedge on 4-5 was really, really strong. They have a couple things that just counter marksman. And yeah, I mean, their only solution here is to try and get APA. And they get 2v2. I didn't see if Whippo hit the R. Oh, he did. They just didn't get him low enough. Nice center shield. That helps. Bonk. Meanwhile, Umti went a little bit hard here. Umti got pretty excited. Lucio had some nice hands here in the back half, by the way. I know he goes down, but I was actually kind of impressed that I played this. Yeah, he's withered. Yeah, his best. Anyway, GG's. That was a big Jax and a big Nasus, and yeah, core was pretty good. That game. Okay, let's go back to the draft. All right, so I have both drafts now. So it's the first side swap of the series. We're gonna keep the Rumble Ziggs bans. And TL is going to take away Nasus themselves, and they're going to ban Lily on this side as well. So Smolder, Lily, and Nasus. And we drop Zeri for Ashe, so we have to drop the Renekton ban now, because the teams are sharing. So Rumble, permaban from Impact, that's fine. Ziggs ban from APA, and then we have the Senna taken away this time. Okay. You think Fly is a better team than TL, or did TL underperform? I think Fly is a good team. TL was the better team all year, all split. They just weren't today. I do think that TL underperformed a wee bit in this series, but I thought Blippo played really, really well in the games that were not that game. Like this game, he actually bounced back really well.
Timing could be great, but like you said, Cummy.
Eustace TFT. Thanks for the follow. With that. Overall, I do think TL underperformed a wee bit. Anyway, I had 2 more VoDs to go through, guys. And we're done with LCS VoD reviews for the year. Maybe forever. Who knows? Anyway, that's depressing to think about. Okay, Renekton first pick. Ashburn. Pretty good core. Corki Zyra. Best AP champ up. Don't want to play Brandon this. Zyra much better. If Impact played Olaf, it was a crazy angle. Yeah, Impact not really an Olaf. I mean, GP is still pretty crazy here. GP is still really crazy. Ends up being Ezreal, Poppy, Leo. I mean, the idea here, I think, is that there are a lot of marksmen that are banned, but they're just fine playing the Trist. APA always been a Trist player. Yeah, they have a lot of scaling. This. Seraphine, Alistar, TL. Okay, I thought legitimately that FlyQuest lost this draft. I thought this was going to be 2-1 TL. I tweeted it. GP is really good this game. The value that GP brings is really, really good. When I was talking with some others, though, we do lack a bit of frontline for TL. And like Cassante being taken away, we just lack a little bit of frontline for TL. I think playing Jax into this would have been a nightmare. I do. But I'm wondering if there is a frontliner that we can find that's like just playable or doable to just hold the line for this. Right? Just hold the line for this. Banning Smolder on both sides. I mean, a lot of folks will think / talk about that. I don't think it killed them. I do think Smolder would help. But the red side this game. Like, you would be trying to split up Smolder Ivern. This is a red side game. Like, again, I don't think you're going to get access to Smolder here, and the Trist is fine. The big thing here for FlyQuest is that this combo, that like trust me, NACL, we got a lot of experience with this combo. Your first few team fights, you have to snowball all the first few team fights. You got to do something early. Which sounds weird, but your level 6 is actually pretty crazy. With this, because like this will out DPS. Obviously, this has a really nice sustain, but this is kind of we're gonna 4-1. We're not gonna play 3 lanes. We're gonna Unga Bunga a little bit, and we're gonna use this to kind of match the sustain of this. The issue is that the side lane should be GP favored, which it was, and GP fucks on this, but there isn't a ton of setup for GP. Which ended up being an issue. I actually think Leona ban was really smart. I think Leona would have really helped TL here. I do. I think their other option was... I mean, yeah. Yeah, I think Leona actually would have really helped TL here. Good synergy with Ivern. And it would have been a little bit more frontline than Rel. Yeah. If you wanted to play GP. I mean, this could have been Kennen, too. I think Kennen actually is... I know you have to play it in this, but Kennen's good here. We are 1 damage profile as TL into Seraphine, who can't sustain. So that hurts a bit. It really does. Oh, they caught Cappy having a... They caught Cappy mid-sip on accident. It's a delicious honey tea, whatever he's got. Would love to see the GP pick get some big pops on the squishies in this game. Yeah. I do like this idea from TL, by the way. I really like this idea from TL. Like, it's a unique way to hide a swap. Because GP, you can just pressure like this, but Yawn was spotted. So that was big. Yawn being spotted there was actually, that gave away a lot of the game. Then Yawn bases, though. They're bluffing. A little bit of bluffs coming in. I do appreciate that. So Blippo assumes it's a swap, and he's going to get kind of the short end of the stick here. Yeah, he just loses his TP. And loses the first 3 melees, I believe. Yeah, I think he might have lost first 3 melees. It looks like he is just behind an XP. And then loses the all-in. Couldn't find it. He needed the auto and E again, so couldn't find it. Meanwhile, though, Inspired. Our fucking GOAT Inspired. Goes Red Raptors, Krugs in the bot. And this makes life really hard on TL. And he guesses it, because he's just like that. Really nice movement from Yawn to try and get out. But Inspired is the fucking GOAT for that one. So now both Sums off a Yawn in this bot lane can like actually push up and make plays. I think that was a really good plan for FlyQuest. That was a really good plan for FlyQuest. We're going to ignore Masu's CS. Did you turn off your face cam intentionally? No, I just forgot to put it back on. Thank you. See? Go to viewers. Again, Yawn, no Sums. How this was spotted. The bot lane of FlyQuest bluffed the base. And Core walked up. Core was spotted walking up, so this is free. Good try from Busio on the flash. At least gets another flash out, and that wave is going to be frozen for them. And Masu has a TP, so that's fine. Meanwhile, so Inspired cleaning up the rest of his camps. No deny from Umti. Or Umti. And Inspired's up here to just make sure that Blippo gets this in. Again, still not ideal for Blippo, but it is what it is at this point. Then Busio just walks mid, forces Trist out. Again, Masu, he's going to get a really nice situation at some point here. Yawn's been put miles behind. And keep in mind, like, this team comp for TL, and Yawn's a good chunk of the damage, right? Him being set behind, I think really, really, really good. As Inspired drops the crab. He's going to go take his respawn camps and something else. Yep, good. Yeah, like, Masu's first base is sweet. And it can be a dragon if they want it. But instead, there are no flashes bought, so it's a dive. Core does a really nice job of stalling and holding the line. The fact that Masu took a couple shots from that, not great. Masu's up 2 levels, really big. Blippo, this is what we call calculator from Blippo. He does have a ward up here. And he spotted Inspired basing. Or Inspired. Umti basing. And I mean, honestly, he kind of gets away with murder. But impacts low mana. I really don't know how... Hang on, let me go back. I need to look at something. I'm kind of surprised that Impact didn't TP back. I think he didn't TP back because like, he wants to TP back on something like a Sheen timer. But he actually really gets starved out here. It's like after this is all said and done, he's down a little bit. So like this lead for me, the fact that it's here is not super hot. Alright, meanwhile though. So he based. You have a play on Namasu. As the coverage is really good here, and honestly, it's a little bit of ships in the night action because Busio misses Umpty. Like that ward just misses him, and then Busio misses him. So I think they have a false sense of like security that Umpty's here. Umpty definitely caught him off by surprise. So really good timing from Umpty. That said, though, they get APA flash, and then Impact gets a piece of that one on the bot side. Grub's taken. Impact walks to mid. His APA was forced out. And he walks to top. So he absorbs some XP from that. Yeah. Inspired still farming. Things are okay here for FlyQuest. I just think, like, with this comp especially, I mean, setting Ashe behind is really nice, but they just have to get their mid game hard. Because the Seraphine... Yeah, so Whippo just going to kill the wave. Seraphine plus Alistar, like, if you can get him and hold him in place, is quite big. As Whippo flashes to get the wave into the turret. So... Burn flash to break... I know this was troll, like, and it definitely looked troll. Do you need flashes Renekton this game, guys? What is Renekton flash worth a freeze, you know? Can we cope? They got Busio at level 5. I mean, this is an inspired play, right? See any Trista Worlds? Yeah, we're going to see Trista Worlds for sure. Unless it got changed more, or like anything else about it gets changed. Yeah, that champ's going to get played. Alright, so that's Dragon. Actually, no, was it Dragon? I don't remember. Alright, but put TP'd back. It's going to get Impact TP. Terrible now, though, for pro play. I mean, what changed in the last 2 patches? I know they're nerfing a lot of it, but if it's what you're playing all year, like, you're going to try to see if you can make it work on the patch first before dropping it entirely. You got to believe someone's going to make it work. What, there's the support Busio, Pog. Real question, any Aurora at Worlds? I think they expected to see Aurora get through, and yeah, we'll see Aurora get played. The champions early game, like, they nerfed it quite a bit, but we got to see that champ. I think we're going to see that champ get played. So I think Oriana's the move into it. I don't know. Well, you know what? He killed the wave at least, you know? The trial by fire gets him down. And Masu's rotating up. Is it a... I mean, I don't, you know, we don't like deaths. Ain't the worst death in the world. Just his team's resetting and he's up here. So, this was a reach. And they just took Dragon. Sure about Worlds patch? I mean, your early game, like, you have a blistering early game with Aurora. You have access to so much wave clear, and a lot of, like, your ult is still what it is, you know? I mean, I will say, why is there this audience? That's weird. Anyway. Yeah, I know, Blippa was crazy. I mean, the fact that he, like, has the game that he does after this is, I think, ballistic. It's 6 grubs, though, for FlyQuest. How'd this happen for TL? I mean, honestly, it's kind of off the Blippo death. I'll be real. Like, they used GP ult and Impact's no TP. And the fact they shift their bot lane up here is actually big, because they get it. Again, like, Ashe is really far behind, so... They have to kind of trade to make sure that Ashe gets shit. Okay, they're going to send Ashe mid. Like, again, Ashe is behind. Yeah, the 3 camp from Inspired ended up being really big this game. Yeah, you that champion gets way too much prio. It's way too much prio. And they really sent Ashe back into the Stone Age this game. Yeah, nice to get APA flash again. Ooh, I think APA was trying to cancel this from quad. Or the TP back. So Impact can't be broken. Nice triple barrel from Impact. We always love Impact GP. As Blippo dies again. I didn't exactly see how this one happened. I don't know if this E hits from Blippo or not. Because it was on a shield, and I don't see him E again, you know? So I think he just missed the E. Alright, so we play for the tower first. Good spacing by Busio. Masu missed everything after this, though. Still APA too far up. No flash, no buster shot. This was bad. Good sidestep. Oh, okay, got out. Never mind. Rat gaming. I think that was a bit risky from APA. For sure. Really nice from Core. I really like this play from Core just to slow down bases. Really, really, really good. Stride breaker this game for Blippo. I gotta say, I really like this from Blippo. I think that stride breaker just enabling his team to keep up and keep the chase going. I think I'm usually Cleaver biased for Renekton, but I thought that this was the game for stride breaker if there was any. That's cheeky. Meanwhile, though, on bot side, this was a little bit funky because Inspired spotted on the Herald. And exactly see how we set up this bot lane play. It looks like Busio got here first. He's going to clear out a control ward mid. Quad drops this wave. Bot. And then Busio just... The APA kind of walks in. And he's like... I think I see a control ward get dropped. Oh, it's a Masu control ward. Yeah, APA walking in here is ballistic. Alright, that's bad. That's bad. Yeah, it's Herald and the kill. Really big for Fly. That's not good. Wow. That's bad. I mean, what happened here? Like... Wow. I mean, like, this is bad, right? What should we do, though, as TL? Walking bot to, like, this is a losing play. I mean, we have no damage. Like, the play here is just to catch mid. If you want to catch bot, you have, like, yeah. I mean, the fact that top lane's this far in, too, quite good. Renekton being 0-3, I guess just doesn't matter. He's still getting shoved. Yeah, I guess team's just winning. Wow. That was really poor from TL. I mean, like, that's the kind of shit that, like, we haven't really seen from TL this year, you know? Damn, that was really, really poor sequence from them. Wow. I gotta say, I think that Fly did a good job. It started with Inspired focusing bot, but like we really starved out APA and Yawn this game. We really starved out APA and Yawn this game. Like I don't know. Like Prio's in our hands. I think that Impact has to match. And when Impact matches, it's not at a good spot and it's too late. Like APA goes down. And the butt shot from APA for me, like, this is not a good buster shot. Inspire blue is load. That's the Q. That's the E. That's the R. What are we buster shotting? You know? Then impact's too deep. Whippo gets out of this barrel, by the way. Oh, no, he catches slow. My bad. I'm trolling. Oh, yeah, and then we have the duel mid. So here, I'll drop my cam. You can see the duel between our ADs down here. Seraph's helped quite a bit there. Lose 1v1 the Seraphine. It is. That's what happens. I mean, they're the same level there, but see, Yawn's still behind. Right? Like, he didn't... I guess he did have Bork. That's tough. I mean, he didn't use his flash. I think he's got to flash the double E. If he flashes the double E, he's good. And yeah, I mean, meanwhile, bot side. We don't have damage. There just isn't damage. Bubba gets a couple of really thick shutdowns, and all of a sudden, like, he's kind of back in the game. That's going to be a big croc. And the goal lead is like, I mean, I don't know how the fuck this happened this game. I actually really like the TL draft. I think the Inspired 3 camp was really good, and then they did a good job of using that bot prio to A, snowball bot, and then, hold on. Okay. He posted. That Smolder overcore. I haven't seen 14-18, and I haven't seen tape on it yet either, so I gotta figure that out with the rest of you, quite frankly. I can look at 18 after I'm done with this review, though. Okay, I mean, Impact. Yeah, Blippo is just camping behind him, waiting for him to shove this next wave. And we have a TP come in for the boys. He denies 1 barrel, denies 2 barrels. And good night. Meanwhile, Umpty.
Could be great, but like you said, Cummy.
Can be BC, thanks for the follow. Yeah, he did. That's worth an emote for sure. Like, Umpty stuck. Yawn's trying to help. Busio had an angle on him. Wow. I mean, Core is on the other side of the map too. I don't know if Core was spotted or not. He's for sure spotted here. So they know that him and APA are both not here. APA's would have to TP, but he chooses to not TP. So it's just FlyQuest, like, just getting more gold. Having a bad series and Inspired just playing Sen. I think I'm saying a bad series. Yeah, again, I do. Yeah, this was the most loss I've seen TL. I mean, I think a lot of it was that Yawn, like, they focused Yawn in the lead. TL's bot lane was really good to split, right? Like, in that 2v2 with the Inspired caught him off guard with that timer 3 camping as Zyra. And because they burned so many sums on that and died, because like Inspired guessed the route, it was an easy rinse and repeat to really pressure, and it gave him a point of power to affect everything else, and then just more damage on the FlyQuest comp. I think a lot, like, they just weren't, like, think about the amount of games, like, how many games have we seen TL play with this, like, severe bot lane disadvantage, you know? TL played Fly in spring finals, but yes. I also think Fly prepped well. I like their drafts a little bit better. I thought Busio had a great series. Inspired was well-deserved MVP. I thought Busio had a great series, though. Dude, this is what the kid can do. I know we, not everyone saw it in spring. This guy had an awesome split. If it wasn't for the last 2 weeks of summer, I think it would have been second or maybe even first team All-Pro. I really think so for regular season. Unironically, I do kind of agree with TL death push, or like death pushing here. Escape the choker narrative. Yeah, no, in a CAD he was good. What's up, Arsh? Good. I'm glad we can see this. This kid's got it going on. I'm convinced. I've always been convinced. Really nice ult from Masu. Again, Masu is a really sound mage player at bot. Umti gets in there, but he dies. Kind of close. The ult, though, kind of caught him. So I think Inspired still has that. And yeah, really well done. I think he is a really good range support. Yeah, his Renata is like really good. Yeah, he was a mid laner. Yeah. So 100 Thieves, when like Papa Smithy made the post about him swapping to support, right? And that call. 100 Thieves for 100 Thieves next, they had him as, I think they had Copy above him, but he was number 2 at mid. He was a good mid laner. I have an old clip of him playing mid. I've got 1 or 2. Not just from that documentary, like the cat clip and everything. Yeah. Nice arrow. Really nice from Blippo to Insta Flash, because if APA gets the he would have gotten a jump reset. Sorry, this is out of replay. I can't really see the map. So TL got the mountain. That's fine. Mountain doesn't matter. Ooh, Rylai's on Seraphine too? Okay. I don't know if we need the Rylai's this game with the Zyro Rylai's, but... I mean, I had TL 3-1, so... It's literally the inverse, though, of what happened in spring. But that tweet was pretty funny. I think I was typing that, like, literally, like, mid-series, because I'm on a cam at some point. I don't know if it was this game or not. I was on a fan reaction cam. Might have been the last game. But I was on my phone. Well, I was incredibly due? Dude, most people hated this team, man. I mean, I don't think Umpty had a great series, but I also credit FlyQuest some of their direction. I think they had good drafts. People think Dig would stomp them to this? Yeah. You can't typing. I'm gapping you while 03. Oh my god. Big fans. It's true. And showing all chat was JoJo walked so APA could run. We'll put it that way. Long breaks in upper bracket while tons of games help lower bracket too much. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a thing. I would say that's a thing for sure. But there's still advantages. Like, I think playing on the stage does help, but there are advantages to like hiding your tape a little bit. To be truly fair, I mean, okay, that's a hot take. Christopher N. Inspired is true, one of the best in LCS past couple of years, but I never thought FlyQuest would win. Well, you know, I hate to say it, but I might have overreacted about how good Inspired was with another mid laner at some point. And part of that was like, if I'm going to believe in any player in LCS, it would have been the two of them at the time. Clam down. That was funny. The clam down was funny. Yeah, someone should have told me to clam down back then. Yeah, I mean, this pocket. Like, again, CL just don't have vision. Yon didn't react to the flash, but it's not a lot up. I don't think Yon should flash there. I honestly don't. He's just out of position. Met Frog and 08 Jensen. Yeah, absolutely. If they won, they should have made a clam down poster. And Blippo wasn't wrong. He was 0-3 in gapping impact. But it was a little bit of a team gap this game, I will say. Want to tail the grind without burnout at Worlds? I think they're going to be fine. I don't think APA is going to be learning melees. Frankly, part of their advantage this entire split was that they were playing the Corki and a Yone matchup really well. They were finding ways to starve out Yone, and then Corki would just murder Yone for the entire game. Yep. Shout out to Spawn, Hatham, Rainover. Really capable people. Special shout out to Hatham. Yeah, I mean, Yone is good, but that's never been APA as a player, and you can play into it. It's fine. It's always been Zek as a player, you know? It's always been Chovy as a player. Just not APA. That's fine. Okay, I mean, we don't have mid-prio. Top's even. We do spot Whippo, but it is Umpty not dropping your brush. You get caught. And Inspired's up 4 levels. Whippo is just soaking. I will say I was a little bit worried. The core engage and APA was like really good here. Really good from Busio to interrupt APA. Busio played this fight really well, by the way. Like, he found the 3-man, and then once he sees APA goes in, he swaps focus immediately. And interrupts APA, and then still finds a stun on him. I thought that was really big. I thought it was a really big part of this. Yeah, then Blippo did a great job of taking up space, too. Kept Yon and Impact out of the fight. I think APA is better than Demonte. Demonte never won first team All-Pro. Yeah, there I am. That was the crowd shot. Here, we're right here. Woo! I was on my phone, but this game's pretty over. Anyway, the FlyQuest fan next to me was rather excited. Blip pot of greed. That's pretty funny. How full was the arena? It was really full. It was 90% plus. It was an awesome crowd. It was banging. Like, Yeah. The crowd was sweet. All right. I did not think that FlyQuest was going to win this draft. But the Inspired level 3, again, that set Ash just back in the Narnia, I think was a huge part of this game. And Inspired, like, really crushed this game. Same with Bwipo playing from behind. He has every right to be as excited as he was being 0-3 and doing what he did on this map. All right. Whoops. All right. We have our drafts. So TL swaps, and it's Renex and Ash. So they're going to return to what they were here. Nasus is banned instead of Lilia this time. So it's Lilia first pick as we get into game 4. Master Seraphine was good. Yeah. I actually heard a funny story about Master Seraphine. Apparently, FlyQuest played it only once in scrims. And the FlyQuest staff thought they were going to lose that game when they locked in Seraphine. I also didn't like their draft, but not enough damage on... I mean, TL, actually, they did have some damage that game, but, like, it was all physical damage. I think that Kennen was, like, unironically kind of the answer. This is the epic game. Yeah, this is what the folks were waiting for back home. All right. So this time around, it's first pick Lilia. Last time we had first pick Nasus. Lilia was banned instead, so first pick Lilia. Deny from Inspired makes sense. You get ramping advantage for sure. Corkiona into Triss Cassante. So TL's been running rather similar cores, just trading out whatever marksman and trying to take like the Maokai top or this. I will say that the Ivern at this point, I think it really helps the marksman in this mid-lane matchup. So I like this. We ended up having a Braum Senna ban, and then we banned out 2 of the weird picks in the Cassante that Bwipo plays. I would not have banned the Mordekaiser this game. I think Mordekaiser is good in the Cassante, but is kind of bad into this. So I was a little bit surprised about the Mordekaiser ban. Yeah, I think this could have been... Unironically, this could have been Garen. And it would have actually helped a lot. Because, like, Garen... there's not enough CC for Garen in this game, which is part of the reason why Garen ends up running rampant. That and, like, the champs gets to interact with. There's not enough that, like, can keep him off this. Garen was unironically a really good pick here. I think Mordekaiser ban would have been much... Or Garen ban would have been much better than a Mordekaiser ban. Anyway. Garen lock to get 5 pick for AD. Yeah, I don't think Kai'Sa is really good for FlyQuest here, so I'm okay with them dropping it. Like, Triss Lilia in a Kai'Sa. If it's the on-hit Kai'Sa. Like, you have a lot of ways to interact with that. And the poke builds... I don't know. I don't want to run poke on Lilia. I feel like that just never connects. So it ends up being this bot lane, which is pretty easy pick. I also think Braum ban again from FlyQuest, not too warranted. I know they're playing Leona, but you need engage for TL. And I would have rather gotten rid of Rel than Braum. I think Senna ban's fine. You're denying the Equalista Senna, which I think is good this game for TL. So yeah, that's our draft. Zeri also fine, but I don't know Masu to be a Zeri player. So yeah, I usually prefer Masu and other stuff. Oh, this cosplay, this Braum cosplay, I think he won like in the arena, but it was actually like really sweet. This guy was cool. I didn't talk to him, but it was cool. All right, guys. It's time to witness nearly one of the worst throws in LCS history. That was saved by a minion. Base Bwipo. Goes in, presses E. I mean, if he gets that damage to stick, Impact has a little bit more sustain. I don't know if Bwipo wants second wind or not. Yeah, so they think it's going to be a swap because Bwipo's selling. So yeah, they get Bwipo's TP to start, and it's going to be 2v2. Which Fly really wants. I do think this is worth dropping Bwipo TP. They really want standard lanes. If Garen, again, only as good as the resources that you can get on Garen. So, I think it's worth the TP early on. This matchup's fine for Garen. Nice buffer. And then, yeah, we fucked up here. This is really well played by Core. And this was an oopsie. As Masu just E-dashed in. We're going to see it in the replay. It was a bit troll. It was a bit troll. Okay, Umti's on a second clear, and Umti does have the super clear, where he gets the 2 respawn camps. He's going to base after that, so this game feels pretty good right now, which is fine. APA going Cole. Need more help. I mean, that's just the Ivern games, my friend. It's Cole, v Cole, and tier. 2 item here, really big for Corky. That's actually the weird thing about this game is I know that Garen like outscales all, but the scaling on TL was really good. So like when FlyQuest started dropping, it was legitimately scary. Like I don't think this game is ever over, you know? Oh, I think everyone but Blippo had him muted. By the way, I never got to say this on Hotline League, but in APA's first team that I knew him for, his jungler had him blocked on the client. And it would go back and forth between blocking each other. It was really funny, actually. Nice from Impact. So again, easy grubs. Then Umpty's here, but can't really get much done. Yeah, and then this was an oops. That's a really bad flash from Umpty. Yeah. Like, I mean, this is a good play from Umpty at the start, legitimately. Like, he takes away a camp. 2 grubs are down. Inspired rotates up. He takes the crab. And then it's rotated on. I mean, Umpty just... I think he actually has to do... I think he does have to take space here. It's just, like, he's got to flash that Q. He's got to flash the P-bomb. Would be good for... as LCS was this year. I hope so, too. I hope that both divisions, or conferences, whatever they call it, experiences a bump. I think it has potential, too. And yeah, LCS viewership was up, which, I mean, it's partly because of co-streamers in the main broadcast, but... overall, it was a really good year for LCS. So, I saw Mark yesterday at Challengers League, and I was like, "Hey, thanks for coming out." And you know, I told him at the end, but I was like, "Congrats and safe travels." So, oh my God, Core! I actually missed that play. Okay, so 3 grubs. Tim, I don't think they solved the issue of a guest team going to Worlds and also still being able to be relegated. True. We'll see though. Awful ad timing. Thanks for the money, Tim. Dakar can get my ads. We know each other, you know. He's helping out the boys. I know that we just had a couple things go down to the map. I'd say overall, like the biggest thing is the fact that Blippo again is like this lane. If you go even, you scale so hard as Garen in this matchup. Kasante cannot move you, and there is just nothing that can really move Blippo besides damage. I think the Blippo, like the phase rush was really smart for him this game. And TL just doesn't have the tools to actually deal with the Garen. Oh, that's interesting. Sorry, I missed something. Okay, so they decided to match the Zeri into the Kaisa, which I think is smart. If you're into the Triss, you're down a level, and APA can jump on you. And then Core snuck in top. So instead of going mid, he's not showing. Yeah, I got the cannon. Oh, nice. APO with the emo spam. Good play. Really nice play from Core. Really nice play from Core. You missed me saying thanks for watching ads to make me money, and that's cool because we know each other. So, you know, you're just like supporting the homies. And I really want to give credit to...
Timing could be great, but like you said,
How did Busio get these wards down? Like, for real. I actually think that, like, the fact that they were able to take this pocket's kind of crazy. It's like Dragon's being played for, and I think that it's just, hey, we're going to drop it. Also, thanks for the follow, IKB42. So Core's going to pull mid, and they're going to scout where MT and Core are going from here based on the wards. And they actually almost, like, they kind of have a trap. I don't think they can pull it, but they know it's a 3v3, which is, it's nice. So, again, like, Quad at least gets the wave. And this matchup's starting to get a little iffier. Will be 6 grubs given over. Really big for Trist if they can get anything in the next couple of minutes. Alright, so we TP on Blippo. And we're going to overload for grubs. I like this play a lot. Garen doesn't have wave clear, and they're going to force the first brick. They can't answer topside, but it's 6 grubs to no grubs, so it's just a win. We'll play TL. Yeah, it's kind of stuff I was talking about, like the missed opportunity that the Thieves had in their series earlier in the VoD reviews today. That's good. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Oh, wow, Blippo's going to pull that wave. So he's not just going to... Gonna push it while they're doing Rift. So Blippo, like, doesn't want to be involved in the fights this game. He just kind of wants to get gold and free scale himself. So FlyQuest, I think playing this right. I think Busio, by the way, so he doesn't E-flash, he flash E's. And I think it's because of the Buster Shot. Because, like, if APA Buster Shots now, and you buffer it, you can stick as Leona. Or, yeah. Like, You have to wait until the Leona starts moving. I think that's why it was a flashy and not the E-flash. So they get a TP and a disengage, and I mean, Blippo TP too. I don't think Blippo should have TP to this. But hey, at least they abandoned that wave, by the way. And left the top laners there. Because then Blippo got Prio, and they can actually make a secondary play. Yeah. That ends up being really big. Because with the redemption, I really like that trade from Masu. They just went out in the health bars. And they at least forced down mid-outer. The fan meet at the top lane was funny. So it does give the Drake, but it's the first Drake, and I really don't think the FlyQuest want to fight right now. So I actually think them, like, the way they played Overload for turret, I don't love the guarantee P, but it turned out okay. I think that Masu stepping up the trade health bar was really smart. Just to even trade, deny tools, and then you have redemption. Not a level 10 Daisy. Core JJ. Watching Core do that was perplexing, I will say. Like, he just delayed a reset. I mean, at least he's protecting APA, but their vision's good. Like, they just pushed off 4. I will say that, like, anyone being like, oh, just do this top lane. You can't, it's like almost impossible, I think, to make the top lane. Just given how the walls work. It's not doable. Alright, nice root. Again, Blippo just gets to kill this. Deny XP. That's reasonable, actually. Rift does give an okay amount of XP. Really well played here by Inspired. This root's big. He buffers it with the Buster Shot, which is a channel. So when you throw the root, Buster Shot, A, you have the option to stay in range, and B, it's going to hit, because like that is a small channel. So it takes away more moments for the opponent to outplay. And Blippo taking that root caller ends up getting him out free, which is kind of fun. So again, Garen's just free farming, free scaling. Highest level in the game. I'm alright. Love how this matchup Inspire goes up 4 levels and the opposite side it stays even. Yeah. Inspired's pretty good. Alright, here comes a play. So, like, right now, like, this map state is starting to get a little bit scary for FlyQuest. TL's getting more and more access to their camps. They have shove everywhere. Like, they're able to play out 3 lanes pretty well. So, FlyQuest makes a play to break the game. And it ends up being quite good. APA. Yep. He only gets 1. No more Buster Shot. How hard can Impact pushing the bot side, and they're getting rid of a dragon? And oh boy, guess what? Impact's basing. We're starting Baron. Here we go. So we pull a TP. Really good for Blippo moving forward. Just having TPs down for each. And then the root caller comes in. And the Scaren's spinning the win. Again, TL doesn't have any damage. I think the approach from Yawn was bad in this fight. Yawn going for this was actually quite poor. He's not DPSing at all. He didn't get a single auto attack down in this fight. Wow. Really good flash from Masu. Like, they have a red buff, so they can push forward. They take a few more, then they just return to the scene of the crime. Actually, really well played by FlyQuest. I think Yawn's positioning was quite poor there. Once he gets spotted, they really are able to push forward. They don't see him on the other side of the fight. Rush's help. Hiding the info helped. For sure. And then keep in mind that Cassante was the focus. Really nice route. He's silenced. No R. Doesn't get an R off the entire time. So, really, really well done. This was quite big. APA didn't have Buster Shot. If he had Buster Shot, he wins this. Maybe. Actually, probably doesn't. Already heard the song. But yeah, I mean, that hurts. Like, he has to recall it. So that's at least top outer gone. Then we get back onto the map. Top's been fixed, but then we're down here bot. FlyQuest catch the wave high. This turret's dead. And then once he gets spotted. And Bwipo just stays on top of him, and goodbye. This was the big one, actually. The fact that Quad traded even with APA was really big. Yeah, that's really big. It's like, if APA lives that, then he like, they can arguably, like, you know, get turret or get two. Like, he can reset and clear. But the fact that that doesn't go that way is really bad. Big redemption. Big redemption from fucking Narnia. He did greed ult. Okay, actually, no. I mean, he can ult, because then he can keep on hitting the turret, but he's going for the kill. If he ults too early, then he doesn't get the kill. Like, it's already a pop, so, like, what? Like, I don't think that an auto R kills. Yeah. I mean, he could have, but he doesn't get the kill. I think that the push would have been enough. So, I agree with you. And it is agreed, but I'm trying to say, like, see, like, where his head's at. Yeah. No, he does not kill. He doesn't. Even if he leaves him out of that. Dawncorn completed. It's PD and the Mortal Reminder for Bwipo. And then we have mid in deep, and then we all group top. I think Bwipo again could be in a side at this point. Like, I kind of want Bwipo in a side, I'll be real. I actually would have really loved if Bwipo deployed bot here. Like, with the team, went bot. And then they played mid in the top. I guess they can't play mid in the top without Bwipo. I mean, they could have 3-manned it. Yeah. Would have liked if he was bot. I just think like leaving Garen alone at this point, he is so big that you could just get value out of it, you know? God damn it, the late game Garen passive, man. Built-in Wormogs. Whippo only won with caps before this, question mark? Yeah, as he was Fnatic. And then when he left, they didn't win. Hold on, I kind of got lost in the sauce here. What happened after... I looked down at my phone and made the mistake. Okay. And TL fixed their 3 waves. Watching the Bwippo Garen finally got to see the shit I've been doing in Kanga scored flex game, but even more disgusting champ's not okay. It is indeed not okay. I mean, I just don't get why Umti's here. I don't know what we're looking for. He did use the phase rush. Also, like, leaving the brush itself, too. So that's just ult down. And Dragon down now for FlyQuest if they want it. Cloud Dragon does have value this game, for sure. Cloud Dragon slept on, guys, you know. Yeah, I just don't think, like, it warrants being that desperate to win this game. I gotta say, I feel like the first time around, TL won because Umti actually played really well. I thought that he had 2 games that were like really big and then 1 game was poor. I think this time around, FlyQuest 1 because Inspire just played really, really well. Crazy how tanky Garen was that build? Dude, Garen's W, read that shit. Read that shit, man. APA was tailing bot. Actually, I like this move by TL, by the way. In case Garen's on this wave. Like, Bwippo shouldn't be on this wave, but their vision line just does not support it. But I appreciate APA tailing Cassante here for the couple waves. I know they're going to drop something out of this, but...
Holy shit, he's hot!
Meepo 12. Thanks for the prime. Cubby. What's up? It's time for the most important moment of the stream, true. Oh, yes. Yes, Command Busio. Thank you, Chris. I mean, it's good that the minions won this game, because if not, then we're going to remember the Busio combo and that missed in top lane. Instead, we get to remember him pulling the wave, you know? He did have a really good series. I had a fellow caster Rudude ping me, like, in the middle of game 3, like, dude, it's the Busio Legacy series. It's like, absolutely, I was on it. Or, like, Busio's, like, at gaming, pretty much, which was very true. All right. That's what he was doing, pulling the wave, huh? The copy pasta really hits in the Fly 100T series? Yes. Yeah, it was some draft diffs and a little bit of... Halo didn't have his best series, unfortunately. All right, so Whip was pulling 2. Again, just seed. I like the dance going on. Really good FlyQuest. I mean, Garen's level 18. Really tough to move Garen. And then APA. I mean, this is just an unforced error from APA. I think he's standing here to try and support Umti. But again, there's no lane ward here for TL. Like, they get information late. No ward here, no ward here. And then this is Dark. Which FlyQuest did a nice job of doing that, but Popo not on this wave. He walks over a ward, and unfortunately the timer's a little bit unlucky there. As APA gets Garen's. XD. Pretty much. Yeah, even you can beat... That should actually be Garen's new tagline. Even you can beat Impact with this champion, you know? This matchup's really... I'm glad that people, like, relearned this... Like, refigured out this matchup, though. It is absurd. I felt like it got played a lot last summer. And then people just kind of forgot about it. Because, you know, it doesn't get shoved, really. Alright, AP gets top and deep. He's going to be able to hair lay to this one. Umti's on the mid wave. I thought Kaisa could be on mid wave here. I prefer Kaisa on mid wave because Kaisa can respond to both waves. Even if Lily is not super useful in this siege scenario. Alright. Oh no, guys. Okay, well, Umti had the flash. Alright, this is a really good look from Garen. Nice Zhonya's from Umti. But still has to burn the flash. And then Impact's cutting the wave. Can't get it all. Keep the push going. I still think, by the way, we could have quad on this wave. We're a little bit split, though, because quad heads to the dragon. And then we end up taking the fight. So it's like, screw the dragon. Play with Baron. Playing with Baron we like. The Garen skin is a snack. Which Garen skin is this? I mean, guys, delaying the mid inhib and saying it when they did won the game, no? Demacia Vice? Okay. I mean, I have God King Garen and Commando Garen, and those are the two right options. Alright, so bot wave is pushing in for FlyQuest. And then this is the fight that nearly wins it. I mean, really big that they get Yawn here. Really nice W from Masu. Again, Busio pushing APA out. Actually opens up an ability for them to look. Quad. Wants to play more disciplined than the rest of the team, you know, but he's going to TP back right away. And yeah, Blippo with the auto into Beyblade is pretty funny. And here we go. The endgame scenario. So... Oh my god, Busio. Please, for the love of God. Alright, Busio, he goes for the flash E. Which I think we see in the replay. I think he just needs the flash Q, and then he actually gets him. Because the fact that APA lives here is bad, and like Busio doing this is really bad because he gets one tapped. So, our boy Allen made an oops. Our boy made an oopsie. Blippo also gets a little bit hyphy here. Really well played by Impact. Like APA again gets another really big shutdown. Really well played by Impact. And yeah, we can't stick around. So I like this call a lot from APA. He sends it. Keep in mind at this point too, we haven't talked about the Kaisa poke that much, but Kaisa poke's real. And it's a sick angle from Core. Really, really, really sound on TL's part. Yeah, like this was crazy. And then that's Cloud. By the way, I love how everyone like watches this to just get to like the last crazy moment, which is probably the moment that like people have watched and talked about the most. But it was so lit, guys. We just got to do it again, you know? I mean, no, everything about this play I love from TL, by the way. This play was sweet from TL. It's really big. Oomty is the J. Cole of LCS. I have no idea how that's the case, but sweet. Anyway, again, really good poke lining on Masu and really good take from Yawn. Like, everything has to be burned now on making sure that Masu's safe, and Busio then gets caught by the Trist. Bwipo misses, so the AP doesn't die. And now it's like things are looking a little bit dicey here. Masu's like maybe, and then it's like nope. And then Impact flashes, and we get quad. Once Masu's spotted, by the way, I love what Impact does. That Q3 is so lit, because quad's dead on my screen right now. Like, once this Iceborne and this Kaiser W connects, and Yawn sidesteps that, quad's dead. So the fact they go to make sure that the other member falls is big. And then again, so this is where it's like, okay, this game's over. Everyone's freaking out. I mean, everyone's talked about this ending now a lot, I'm going to assume. My solution to this, by the way, is if you look at the death timers, it is to send... I think that you have to send core back. You need to end. I would want to end on these timers. You send core back to delay the creeps. Now, I will say that my perspective in the audience, I was watching with a FlyQuest fan, right? So, these minions, I see these minions, and I see Bwipo TP, so like at this point, I'm telling them, I'm like, hey, like, you know, this is... I think you guys lost, but like, the game comes down to this, right? So if Bwipo can TP in back towards mid. Oh, I gotta kill my camera for this one. What am I doing? Guys, the moneymaker's got to go away for this. The minions are the real moneymaker. Core needs to dive the fountain to stop a Garen TP? No. The Garen TP didn't even come in time. He needs to be in base to stop these creeps. His damage doesn't matter for the turrets. Well played by Busio. He stalls out the minions, so he does his job here. Yeah. Yeah, no, Busio stalling the minions did win the game. But again, I think if Core stalls the minions in the base, it doesn't matter. It's crazy that TL pinged the minions too. Wait, actually, one did. Oh, TL pinged the minions when? Oh, now? Yeah, you can see the pings coming down. I mean, I will say... So that's the bot inhib respawning. And then the minions respawn. Oh, the minions didn't even respawn in time. Wow. Yeah, the casters kept on doing it. They ignored Leo. I think they could have gotten it in time. No. They can't. They can't ignore Leo because there's a backdoor bonus. So these creeps, they need to be in range or else it's backdoor bonus. So like these guys get like look at the damage that they're doing to the turrets now. Like look at Oomty in this turret now. Like those two autos, right? This late in the game. With no minions. Look at the damage now from everyone with no minions. And then minions get in range and then look, it starts to melt. So backdoor bonus, the turrets get bonus resistances when the minions aren't in range. So like you can't just like pick Nasus and, you know, like trick DG it every game. So they can't ignore Leona. Again, my solution to this is you send Core JJ back to just stall the creeps. Because you need the most relevant damage to be here in time. And I think they win the game if Core goes back. What's up, Thomas? This game was a banger. They are anti-trick 2G, yeah. They learned something new about this game. Hey, I learned something new today, too. I was clarified about how a Mumu passive works. I knew it buffed up magic damage. Now we know exactly how. So, yeah. Anyway, that's the game. Folks, that's it for LCS VoD review for the split. As we're gonna let this one roll out here. As honestly, this was the craziest game. It was the second craziest end I think I've seen like in terms of league besides the Danny Penna. I was there. I will remember the Danny Penna and I will remember this. I will for real. You know, The comms were really funny. But, I mean, they were 10 seconds away from just being tilted as fuck going into game 5. And then they actually managed to find the win off of, like, the craziest shit. So, anyway, great series. Props to both teams. I'm excited to send both teams to Worlds, guys. And I'm excited to watch their games there. I really am. I really am. So, anyway. Folks, that's been it for LCS VoD review for this split. Thanks so much for anyone and everyone that actually tuned in. Shout out to all the players, teams that compete their ass off to, you know, give us good content every week. I have the utmost respect for everyone that's competing. So anyway, that's been it. As always, if you guys enjoyed the content, feel free to like, comment, and or sub to my YouTube and follow me everywhere at CubbyXX. And guys, we'll see you guys for America's VoD reviews, World's VoD reviews, and more. Until then, peace.